Good morning. The Golden Rose coming on to do a quick card pull for you today to see where the energies are at and help you stay aligned with your path, your greatest good, and your highest potential. Shuffling a deck real quick. That one. First question I am asking today is, what is approaching my viewers' energetic field that will manifest for them to experience on this day? Right. Okay, and just so you know, I do not take reversals. I tend to operate with each card from the maximum potential of the card, which means I know that everything that we do is on frequency and waves. So there are highs and lows, pros and cons, good and bad, light and dark to everything. That is the truth of nature, that everything exists within a polarity. So I consider both angles when I am looking at energies. All right, so what we have today is we have Kairos, and Kairos is divine timing, not linear timing, which is cyclical timing, the timing of nature, and the pilgrim. I'm going to pull out the book and we'll read the author's messages for those. All right, Kairos. I'll hold that up there for you so you can get a picture of it if you want. Okay, Kairos, mythic time synchronicity. We have all had the experience of timelessness of life beyond the ticking of a clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. When light, alignment, ease, indecisions, and action. When in dark, fighting against time. To take it deeper, Felix Gonzalez Torres's untitled Perfect Lovers. All right, I'll show you that because I just butchered the way I read that. All right. And the Pilgrim. And then I'll talk about both of them. All right, there we go. I'll hold that up for you so you can take a picture and read that for yourself. The Pilgrim, the Wanderer, the Traveler, the Apprentice. For the pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Others will wonder when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life. But the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. I am going to apologize right now. My stomach is going to start growling. Who's eating? What are you eating? Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door toward a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon, your spirit needs it. When in light, learns, grows, adapts, studies. When in dark, aloof, noncommittal, or flaky. To go deeper, check out The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, Mamine by David White. I'll zoom in on those. All right. So for these first two energies, when I do my readings, I interpret these as my inner state, what me and my body are working on together. So to me, Kairos talks about cycles, patterns. Divine timing is the natural timing that exists around us, because linear time, those calendars and clocks, were created by people, by us, because we have to categorize and label things and see ourselves as moving towards something. And cycles don't always make us feel like we're moving towards something, which is why the Pilgrim card also comes out. Some of you may be sitting in a point in the cycle where you feel like nothing is moving. And Kairos is coming in to tell you, tap in your body, listen to your body. Your body knows before your mind can articulate it. So the pilgrim is telling you that movement is coming, and to tap into your body, notice and pay attention to your patterns and what is happening around you. And when you feel it within your body, you will know that it is the time to act. And my stomach growling when I am not hungry is also telling me that this is going to be affecting people in their solar plexus, their areas around confidence and probably safety. Safety has been really big in the energies lately. And so this may be coming down to feeling restless and maybe even slightly held back, kind of like the race horses at the gate waiting for the gate to open. You may be kind of at that point. Know that your body will tell you when the timing is right. You will be able to hear Kairos through your body and know when the move will come. Trust that divine knowing. Okay? So that is what is going on within us. Now I am going to pull out Astro deck and shuffle those. I like to look next at what I call the energies of the crown. These are the energies from above us that are coming down around us and influencing. This would be us. This is us in our vessel, our boat. Okay. These are going to be the energies of the cosmos that are driving our boat, which you can look at as the planet Earth itself. It is a boat that is adrift in these external energies outside of the Earth. That is what I'm looking at. I want to see what is influencing, and Kairos would be an external energy, an astrological energy influencing the boat as well. So I want to see who is with Kairos influencing these pilgrim energies. What is the area of influence? I'm super froggy today. Throat chakra activation might be going on. So it might be waiting for the moment to speak, and there might be some apprehension around speaking because you might know that when you say something, it'll trigger this. And I feel like that's probably what's going on there because Leo comes out. So Kairos is working with the energies of Leo, which, like I'm saying, with the solar plexus activation that I am feeling for you, is all about your confidence. The feeling inside your body, listening to your body for this timing and this movement. Like, confidence isn't something that you what is the word? See, I'm losing it. This is something that occurs through action. It isn't something that you wait for and you will one day just suddenly have. Confidence is something you build through action. So there is some timing that is making us feel pressured, probably. Might be some anticipation, some eagerness. The only difference between anxiety and excitement is the stories we tell ourselves, because the body views them as the same chemical reaction. So there might be some anxiety or some excitement because you can feel that movement is coming, but you're not sure yet where that movement is from. That confidence will come once you start moving. Like, once you start moving, the confidence will come. Confidence does not arrive before the action. So Kairos is going to present an opportunity for you to move in faith and trust in order to develop confidence. Now let's see what the current of the land beneath our feet, Mother Gaia's energies, affect us as well. And let's see what the land beneath our feet is influencing these energies towards. Just like a river is influenced by whether the land is open and flat or pressed through a canyon valley, whether these Leo energies are experiencing expansion or compression. What is Gaia's influence on this stream? That's too many. I will take the one that is upturned. Purity and ice. Again, this is solidifying that notion that there's a holding pattern on us, but here's the horse coming in, and all he has to do, that ice is really, really thin. All he has to do is tap that a little, and that'll break, and that'll help release that. So there is some restlessness. Horse energy is restlessness, and I'm just going to verify bottom of the deck. And there are sirens outside. Something's about to break. Divine timing is about to break open what has been holding back this movement. And the reason the movement was held back was so that you could master your own note. Because when you go out into the public, when you make your move and become visible, because Leo energy is visible. When you make your move, whatever this move that you know what it is, because you're feeling the pressure around it. You know what this move is about. When you step out, you need to be very, very centered in your note and what your truth is, what your values and principles that you are aligning with in your life and your actions and your goals, what those are. And so you were pulled into this hermit. I apologize for that. Give me just a moment. Throat chakra. Something is coming loose that needs to be spoken, and you had to take this time in order to really hone in on what that truth was for you, in order to break through and head into the next chapter. So we're going to pull up and see what that is, what that story is. So what are these energies driving us toward? We have Leo energies, confident energies, extrovert energies, being in the spotlight, being seen for our values that we have honed, for our principles, for our ideas, what it is we want to produce and generate. We're about to be pushed into motion. We are about to be sent into motion. What is that motion pushing us towards? What are these energies pushing my collective towards? What is this confidence in? That's few enough, I'll accept. Few enough. So in the hand, sorry, I'll pull that up so you can see it. The universe is your partner. So again, this is trust. Kairos implies trust. Trust in the cycles and the patterns that they are moving toward something that you cannot see. So this is your ability to trust the divine, your intuition, your inner voice, right? You feel a little lost in space. Oh my gosh, I can't figure out where I'm going with the camera. Needing direction, right? That is what the Leo energy is coming in to address, right? This is that anxiety or excitement, that not knowing where we're going to go with this. This is most easily addressed by really, really paying attention to your thoughts, noticing what is going on in your mental space, and turning over anything that sounds like it is working against you, stopping it right there. You know, those shame and those guilt statements in our mind, they are just supposed to tell us when we have stepped outside of what is true for ourselves. We don't live there. We touch the electric fence and we let go of it and continue back into what is true for us, right? So if you're needing direction, this is telling you turn it over, let it go, release what isn't yours to carry, and trust that it is moving you in a direction that is for you. Eye of the needle, intentionality. This is verifying what I'm saying. So pay attention to those thoughts. Guard your mental space, right? That's why we go through these hermit phases, is so that we can become really, really intentional with our values and our principles, so that we know what we're aimed at and what we're moving towards with so much clarity that nobody else's opinions or judgment can shake us. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Shadow energy to me is protective energy, right? The shadow is born out of protecting the child. We have worked on, yesterday's reading talked a lot about working on learning how to regulate the inner child, right? Because we've learned through shadow work that the child is not always perfect, right? The energy of it is ideal, but it comes born into a body that it does not know how to use and regulate. So it's like the genie in a tiny little package, phenomenal cosmic powers, itty bitty living space. And that itty bitty living space has to learn how to work with the phenomenal cosmic powers within it. That's regulation. And the shadow is what is created from a child learning how to regulate on its own without appropriate feedback from the adults around it, mostly because they weren't taught as children either, right? So the child comes up with its own interpretation based on its perception, and the shadow is formed to protect it. That is integration of the shadow, is understanding that it was not there to harm us and hurt us, but it was there to protect us, right? And then learning how to balance those two is reaching a point of coherence. And that's what this was. And because we have reached that point, this is the year of the horse. If you're watching in 2026, the year of the horse. I am currently in January, right? And tomorrow is February 1st. And whenever you're watching this you're finding this because it applies to the energies of where you're at right now. So whenever you find this is going to apply to you, but this is about to break out. All of these energies are moving towards this pilgrim energy, and you can feel it, right? You can feel it. You've been doing the work. And because you've been doing the work, you can feel the pressure, the compression point of awareness that is forming around you. And that river, when it is compressed through the canyon, comes out of that canyon in force. That's what you're feeling. But whether you experience it as anxiety or excitement is up to how you handle your mental space, right? So turn it over. Release it. Let me see what these are building in you, right? So right now we're sitting in some pretty solid pilgrim energies. What energies will we be in when these when this current lands fully. What is the goal of these energies in us? What are they driving us towards? 1 or 2 cards, please. This is the aspirant. Ambition, diligence, and setbacks. This is talking about resiliency. This is having a goal so clear in front of you, and to have yourself so rooted in yourself, right? Crown and root know what they're connected to. That no matter what comes up around you, you have the keys to both kingdoms. You have the keys to the crown and the root, which means you are connected to source. You're connected to your own intuition and inner knowing. You understand how to read the energies around you and navigate them. You understand waves and how to ride them. So you have learned how to persevere and be resilient, how to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? So the setbacks portion of this means they don't stop you anymore. You know how to stand. And that's what you have learned in this, right? These energies make you the way shower. By the end of this, like the card says, the aspirant, which is the student energies. But the student becomes the teacher because the way we learn is to teach. So this is the way shower. You're entering the world with open hands because you have mastered yourself. And that's what these energies are. I'm going to pull one more card for guidance for you. Actually, no, I'm going to pull 2. I'm going to pull 2 because one is going to help me see what this energy is going to feel like. So embodied, because that is what I do. I coach somatic embodiment, learning how to work with the body, because my body talks to me, your body talks to you too. We don't just channel up, we channel both directions. Some of those voices that we hear are the sounds of our body talking to us when we know how to listen. All right. So this one, woo, cosmic egg. Bottom of the deck was Phoenix energy. That was the animal spirit oracle. I'll read the cosmic egg for you, and then I'll talk about it. All right, black egg, unicorn, come on. There we go. If you want to take a screenshot. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to kind of skim through it. Well, I might. Cosmic egg is about completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. That understanding of yourself. It's in the hand. These are one energy at this point. And you understand that. I'm going to keep reading. Sorry, I'll keep reading. I'm not apologizing to apologize. I'm apologizing to redirect. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel, oh my goodness, I just read that sentence so wrong. Or did I read over a period? When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there, or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. The cosmic egg and the seventh chakra. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides in the crown chakra at the top of the head, called samsara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upward towards samsara. Each sahasra, I am not going to say that right. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. So this is confirming exactly what I was saying. You have embraced and fully come into completion within yourself. You know through these energies your embodiment. You have this. You're just waiting for that ice to break. And Kairos is here to tell you, you'll feel it. You'll know. Because you are so in tune, you will know. So what is the guidance? What is the guidance moving forward? What do you want the collective to know as they are sitting in this space? Like it's literally like I can feel it, the gate. You're just waiting and you're pressed against it like the racehorse. Like I imagine Secretariat in the gate at Belmont. Like, oh my gosh, that race gives me goosebumps, right? And I don't know if this is relevant to anybody, but I have had Tupac's Changes playing in my head. The part, still I see no changes. That has been playing over and over. Still I see no changes. Anticipation. Something's coming and you know it. Something's about to break and you know it. So the guidance for you right now is to keep that perspective, right? Hold on to that. Sometimes in life, things become outdated or out of focus. This is a prime time to look at your life from a whole new perspective, right? So you're feeling like you're lost in space. Tap into your body. Zoom out, zoom in. Your body will tell you. Your body will tell you what is for you if you learn how to listen to its voice. So really, really go into your space. Make sure you're touching base with your principles and your values, getting centered in your body. And all of this, you'll go. As soon as that gate breaks open, you're off and running. Anyway, that is your reading. The world isn't ready for you. Like these energies over here are so freaking good. The world isn't ready for you. And I think that that's part of where the apprehension is coming from. A lot of the times we fear our own power because of how we have seen people, like the wrong people in our lives. We love people, and people have been burned by our light, and we know it. So that teaches us to fear our light shining bright. But just know that those people weren't burned because your light harmed them. They were burned because they weren't supposed to be in your light. It wasn't for them. That was their version of the electric fence saying, hey, this is way out of your space. So it wasn't your light that burned them. They weren't supposed to be there long. Right? This is about finding where we belong, where we are meant to belong. And in order to do that, we had to isolate in order to find our center in who we are. And you've done that. You've got it. It's You've done the work. You've done the work. Anyway, I love you.